Picture yourself in the heart of a massive wild expanse where the air is charged with the scent of earth and the beats of nature plays on. As the sun gently kisses the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, a panorama of wonders unfolds. Majestic giraffes graze gracefully, their necks reaching towards the heavens, and zebras running swiftly. In the distance, the lion's roar echoes through the savannah, a primal call that stirs the very essence of your being. The cheetah, sleek and swift, stalks its prey, a cycle of life and survival. Welcome listeners to a grand adventure by my side in the breathtaking wilderness of Masai Mara, where every heartbeat is a tale waiting to be told. Hakuna Matata, a land where Hakuna Matata isn't just a phrase but a way of life. In the heart of Africa, in the dense wild land, I was fortunate to take a trip at the beginning of this year with my family. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to take off with me. Our adventures began in Nairobi, where day one was all about unwinding and preparing for the incredible days ahead. However, day two was a burst of excitement. After a refreshing breakfast, we were whisked away to the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, a place dedicated to protect a number of threatened and endangered species across Kenya, including black and white rhinos, as well as iconic animals like African elephants. They open their doors for the public for 1 hour every day. This is a special time-honored tradition in which they invite the public to learn more about their conservation work and meet the orphans in care. I would highly recommend you to make a booking in advance to ensure there is availability. In my case, I was fortunate to hear all about elephants and meet some of the rescued elephants along with the baby elephants which are growing and coming along. A lunch at the enchanting Karen Blixen Coffee Garden was a delightful interlude, followed by a visit to the Giraffe Center. Here we stood face to face with giraffes, learning about the valiant efforts to protect the endangered Rothschild giraffe. A day brimming with wildlife encounters concluded with relaxation and anticipation of what lay ahead. Day 3 marked the departure from Nairobi early morning. Driving through the stunning Great Rift Valley, we were left awestruck by the breathtaking scenery. The journey continued to Narok town before reaching our much anticipated destination, the Great Masai Mara. As we traversed the muddy roads, we passed villages where the air seemed filled with laughter and simple joys of life. Children, playing carefree, greeted us warmly, waving and smiling, wishing us a happy journey in their native language. Masai Mara, or wildlife haven, greeted us with open arms. We soaked in the diverse ecosystem, spotting iconic African animals thriving in their natural habitat. We checked in at the Fairmont Mara Safari Club, our haven, amidst this untamed beauty, offered comfort, luxury, excellent hospitality, and a perfect base for our adventures. Being a vegetarian, I was pleasantly surprised by the array of vegetarian options available. Fairmont Mara Safari Club went above and beyond to cater to different palates, including delightful Indian flavors. Day 4 and 5 were a whirlwind of adventures and early mornings waking before dawn to witness the magic of a Masai Mara sunrise. Our days were filled with heart-pounding game drives, chasing the sun as it set the savannah ablaze, and the big cats began their hunt. Our expert guide led us to remarkable spots, allowing us to marvel at the beauty of the wild. Picnic lunches amidst the wilderness were a true highlight. I must say I was a little bit scared. But this was also a moment to reflect on the day's sightings. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, we returned to the camp exhilarated and content from the day's adventure. The bed in my cottage at Fairmont was the epitome of comfort, made me feel like a total queen. One remarkable experience from my trip was the opportunity of venturing into the humble abodes of the incredible tribal people residing in Masai Mara. We had to pay a small fee to interact with the tribals, but that fee goes towards their development. They graciously invited me to glimpse into their world, a world of simple joys. As I stepped into their homes made of mud, a wave of warmth and hospitality enveloped me. Despite their modest means, their spirits were rich with generosity and smiles. It's in these moments that I realized that happiness isn't always measured by what we possess. The Maasai people reinstated that joy can be found in the simplest of things. On day 6, as the sun painted the sky with hues of dawn, we embarked on a breathtaking hot air balloon ride over the Masai Mara expanse. This was my first time, and the very idea of how it operates was well described by the engineers and the pilots. Drifting gently in the morning breeze, suspended above the magnificent African plains, witnessing the awakening of wildlife below. Wow, what an experience! It was truly magical experience. As the morning sun kissed the horizon, we gently touched down for a champagne breakfast amidst the wilderness. An absolutely perfect way to conclude our time in the Mara. Following this adventure, we bid farewell to the Masai Mara and made our way to the airstrip for our flight back to Nairobi. As we relaxed and reminisced about our safari, we realized that this journey had left a mark on our souls. The memories, the wildlife, the vast landscapes, all of it is etched in our hearts forever. Having said that, before I sign off from today's episode, should you plan to make a trip to Masai Mara, I would like to share a few suggestions that may help you while you plan your visit should you think of Masai Mara. When it comes to choosing the airline, if you want a seamless travel, check out Kenya Airways. I would highly recommend traveling by Kenya Airlines. I flew with Ethiopian Airlines, lured by the promise of convenient timings and an attractive price. However, the layover at Addis Ababa Airport proved to be less than ideal. So, Kenya Airlines is your best bet. Plus, a new horizon has opened up lately. Indigo Airlines now offers direct flights from Mumbai to Nairobi. Next thing that I was advised was not to carry too much cash on me. But I suggest carrying sufficient US dollars if you are the type who prefers to pay by cash. US dollars are easily convertible at any local Nairobi bank. One can carry cash and foreign currency card as well. Although I stayed at Fairmont, which is a private conservatory, you still have to take 1.5 hour to 2 hours drive to the main park to spot the big fives. I mean the big five cats. Of course, my experience was fabulous at Fairmont and I would recommend to everyone definitely experience Fairmont. But if you want to stay exactly in the main park, then you'll have to forget about Fairmont. Apart from being spoiled in luxury, the benefit of staying at Fairmont was also the access to Rhinoceros Reserve and getting to watch majestic hippopotamus bathing in the river running surrounding the Fairmont property. If you are a first-time visitor, then you can't be around in Kenya without a local guide. I mean, you can travel alone if that's a choice you make, but you need to have a local guide for moving around and also for the safaris. And lastly, make sure you have minimum 5 to 6 days on you at Masai Mara. Trust me, amidst flora and fauna, sometimes watching time pass is rejuvenating. It is peaceful. That's all on my adventures at Masai Mara. See you next week on Luxe Insider with Anita Khatri with another interesting episode. Bye for now. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on YouTube.